Took a short break, sent the jury out during the testimony of the cell phone analyst. So let's bring in our guest who is standing by, trial attorney Ron Zambrano. Ron, this cell phone expert for the defense is talking about the distance between the actual murder scene and the cell phone of Robert Tellez. It seems like he was at the gym if you're looking at what this analyst is telling the jury. Your thoughts?
Yeah, so the first thing is we all are reminded how this type of testimony reveals how much little privacy we have as far as where our phone is and what it's doing. But the second thing is, for purposes of this lawsuit, this prosecution, is it is telling things from Mr. Tellez. Tellez is telling things through his phone that he probably doesn't want to tell. And it becomes very, very suspicious, especially on top of where where they found a bunch of other evidence, like the blood evidence and the shoes and the bag and the torn up hat. But this is not a good look. Now he can try to get out of the inference that perhaps he's just at the gym. But it's not a very good look that the same cell tower that's close to the home of the victim is pinging, has his phone pinging it. It's not a very good look.
Well, so far, this witness, who is the defense witness, he is saying that this cell phone is closer to the gym than the home. But I anticipate on cross-examination there may be this allegation that what if the phone was not being used by Tellez at the time? We're hearing about this data session, but that it's not actually being used for text, used to actually go on an app, which I think is a distinction for someone to go a long period of time in this day and age without touching their phone. Would that raise a red flag for you if he's got this phone in a different area that may be beneficial to the defense, but he's not actually doing anything that this analyst can share with the jury?
The problem for the defense is that it allows the jury to make their own mind as to why is the phone there in the first place. And the line that the defense is trying to go is like, listen, it's passive. He's not really doing anything. He likes to work out. His phone's in his gym bag or in the locker, and he just likes to work out. But the fact that the phone is so close there's a lot of explaining happening. And any person who does trials goes, if you're explaining, you're losing. So you're trying to explain why it's there, but it's passive. You're trying to explain, yeah, he's close by, but he's not, that doesn't mean he has some type of nefarious purpose there. And that is a bad place to allow the jury to decide, well, why is he there in the first place?
Let's listen back, because right now the jury is out of the courtroom. As we've said, there was an objection to the analyst's testimony. He was starting to show a different slide, and obviously the state had an issue with it, so they are still on that break. We are expecting Robert Tellez to take the stand in his own defense. He's been saying he's going to do this for a long time, and it's not that we haven't heard from Robert Tellez. So while we're sitting here waiting for things to get back up, let's go remind ourselves about what Robert Tellez sounds like in his interview with our affiliate, KTNV, right there in Las Vegas back in 2022, and this was right after he was arrested.